Hey there, Shooby Doodlers. Well, I've had a message from Mandy who says, Dear Mr Rayner, you're so busy, so I will be brief. I am a mature student at Birmingham City University Year 2 and we've been asked to construct an artist profile. I love your work and it relates to the project I'm currently working on, becoming a children's illustrator. If you don't have time, I understand, but I'd be so grateful if you could answer some questions or a couple of them. Well, yeah, and the thought of typing a load of answers makes me want to go and have a lie down. But I thought, I will make you a video, Mandy. So here we go. Question 1. What is your education background? Were you self-taught as an artist or did you attend uni? Well, I did A-levels, which here in the UK is the exams you take when you're 18 to go on to university. And I studied maths, physics and biology. I wanted to be a scientist. And then we did mock A-levels for sort of about 6 months before the exams. And I got 4% in maths. So I was excluded from maths and sent to the art department to doodle over there. And but I had a really brilliant teacher there who gave me a pencil and explained how it worked and how to look at things. And literally over break time, my life changed and I wanted to become an artist. So when I left school, I went and worked in art things. I did lots of printing stuff. I did artwork for printing, and that was the old days of cutting stuff out, cutting and pasting with glue. And I saw the whole introduction of computers and graphic technology and stuff. I did sign writing. I used to sort of paint people's shop signs and things like that. I did screen printing. I did map making. I learned a lot of skills actually, and then one day I decided I wanted to be an illustrator, and I was really lucky to get a place at Cambridge College of Arts and Technology, which is now Anglia Ruskin University. So much comes down to people you meet and time and place, and I was just really lucky that I was taught there once a week by Colin McNaughton, who's a children's book picture author and illustrator, and he just recognised something in me and sort of introduced me to children's books, which I never knew there was such a job really. And I think I had that kind of style and sort of quirky sense of. I have to go and have my supper. I'll be back in a moment. Stuffed red peppers, delicious. Anyway, here I am back. Colin McNaughton, who I met at college, he kind of recognised this sort of sense of humour in me and style and things, and introduced me to the world of children's books. I think at art college we were pretty much left to our own to kind of develop our own styles. We were given sort of projects to do, but we were never actually kind of instructed in sort of different styles and techniques or anything like that. Question number 2. If you attended uni, did you find the transition from uni to having a working practice difficult? Yes, I think when I left art college, my portfolio was a complete mess. It was pastiches and this and that. It didn't have any kind of cohesive style to it. So anybody that did give me work, it was kind of second grade stuff. And I kind of wanted to be a rock star at the time, so I went and did that for a bit. When that didn't work out, I really then sat down for about 6 months and really concentrated and kind of went through everything, thought try this, try that, like this, don't like that, until in the end I had about 10 pieces of work that were really sort of consistent and cohesive. And then I went visiting art directors again, and they treated me very, very differently, because they could see then that if they commissioned me, if they had an idea and they commissioned me, they knew what they were going to get, because I'd shown them this is what I'm going to do. Sorry, my phone keeps going. Art directors, they want to be able to really sort of know exactly what they're buying, and they want you to deliver what they want, and that is a lot of what it's about when you start. So when I sort of really did get started, I was working for Puffin Books and various other people, and they would give me little jobs to start off with, and then kind of built up to doing a front cover, and then I got off to do the whole of the insides of a book, illustrating other authors' works, and sort of just building up, proving that I could do the job, that I had the stamina to finish and deliver on time, because that is really important to a publisher. They've got this sort of time bracket. It's got to be done by then, and you have to deliver. Number 3, Do I have an agent? No, I don't. That's partly because I quite like doing the business and doing the deals. I probably don't do them as well as an agent might do, but I have tried having an agent, and I kind of found they get in the way, and I want to kind of deal directly with an editor or an art director, and you kind of have to keep passing through, and you sort of get messages muddled up, and everything takes twice as long, and also, I don't know, you get treated differently. You can't just get on with it. So no, I don't have an agent, and so I sort of keep the money for myself. I think they're 25% now, which is a lot of money. And when I did have an agent, they didn't get me any work. I think an agent really, truly can only handle about 5 people, and some agents have got 100 people on their books. They can't find work for everybody like that. I think it's... anyway, move on. Number 4, where do you work from, i.e. an agency or own studio, home, and why? I work here in my shed at the bottom of the garden. I call it a studio. It's very, very tiny, and this is where I work. I've thought of sort of getting an office in town or something like that, but I like to be able to just get up in the morning and come to work, and now, now I'm going to be here. It's 6:30 in the evening, and I can sort of probably carry on here for another 2 or 3 hours, and then just go in and go to bed. Which is probably why I get so much stuff done, because I'm here on the job the whole time. That has its drawbacks. You have to force yourself to have days off as well. But I think any freelance person always feels guilty if they're not working. Number 5, what would you cite as the most important ways to promote yourself and your work? I think things have changed very much since I first started. Now, you have to have a website. You've got to have a website. And you probably want to, do videos, do Tumblr, do Facebook, do Twitter, do Instagram, and then have you actually got any time to do any work? It's really, really difficult. I'm also an author. I haven't really illustrated other people's work for a long time now, so I promote my work an awful lot going to libraries and school visits and things like that, which is exhausting, going up and down the country. I come back, I make my videos, I do my artwork, I write my stories. I do about 5 full-time jobs, really. If you can just do one thing, then you must have a website. I don't know about illustration websites. I put some work up there a couple of times, and all the comments I ever got were from other illustration websites saying, come and be on us and pay us as well. So you look on an illustration website, and there's just lots and lots and lots of little squares. I can't believe anybody chooses anybody off those websites. I don't know. In the end, it is all about building relationships with people who are likely to buy your work. Number 6. Do you feel it is important to have a style? When did you find yours? Was it gradual, or was that style apparent in your earlier work? Well, I think my style probably was apparent. Colin McNaughton kind of saw it in there. And as an author, I think other people saw that basically I'm a storyteller, which is what an illustrator is. An illustrator tells stories with pictures. So quite often an illustrator will become a writer, but you'll rarely find a writer become an illustrator. It is extremely important to have a recognisable style and a consistent, solid style. And if you've got 2 styles, separate them and use one style for one market, one style for another market, and don't let them know about each other. People don't have imagination. They want your style from you, and that's what they want. And if you get commissioned to do a piece of work and they're expecting a kind of a horror thing, and you turned up with sort of manga or something instead, then they're going to be confused, because it's not what they commissioned. People want to just pigeonhole you, and if you can accept that and be prepared to be pigeonholed, you will find you will actually be a lot more successful. It's not probably as creative and artistically rewarding, but you will be more financially secure and you will be able to kind of do what you want to do. So sometimes doing really, really boring things again and again and again and again and again, that's actually going to get you work. Being out there and being wild and wacky and doing amazing sort of off the wall cutting edge stuff, you might never actually get any paid work at all. So there we go, Mandy, that's all your questions answered. I hope there's something of use in there for you. If you want more kind of advice videos, I've done a whole lot of them, so click here for the playlist, click here for the mystery drawing if you want to do that. And make sure you click up here and subscribe to the Mr Rayner drawing channel for lots more videos all about drawing, art, stuff like that, mostly about illustration. And in the meantime, keep drawing. Practice. And I'll see you next time. You take care now. Bye-bye.